Hello and welcome back to Medium Rare. My name is Rag Reynolds and today we have some what I'm going to call normie news for you. Today's show is all about the normie news, and what I mean by that is we have 5 stories to talk about. 5 stories. I've never even spoken about 5 stories at once in a video. Normally it's 3 or it's 4, but today we're doing 5. But the reason I say normie news is because all of our stories are kind of mainstream. None of them have anything to do with YouTube or internet subculture or drama. So yes, this is normie news. It's normally not what I do. And our first story is Justin Bieber has been diagnosed with Lyme disease. That's it. That's the story. Moving on, our next story. Elon Musk's partner Grimes appears to be pregnant. The musician posted to her Instagram with a strange cryptic image of herself nude, and there was a fetus photoshopped transparently onto her stomach, kind of hinting that she's pregnant. I assume that's what this means, and that she's not saying, oh my god, I eat babies, I just ate a baby for dinner. Maybe that's what she meant. I really don't know, but I'm assuming she's just pregnant. We can all hope for the best. And our next piece of normie news, a Brazilian judge has ordered that Netflix take down a movie that portrays Jesus Christ as a gay man. Rio de Janeiro judge Benedicto Abaqueira issued the ruling in a response to a petition by a Brazilian Catholic organization that argued the First Temptation of Christ film had hurt the honor of millions of Catholics. The ruling is valid until another court orders otherwise. The film depicts Jesus returning home on his 30th birthday and suggests he is homosexual. The Netflix special was produced by the Rio-based film Porta dos Fundos, whose headquarters were targeted in a petrol bomb attack on Christmas Eve. No one was hurt in the attack, and a video circulating days later on social media showed 3 men claiming responsibility. Porta dos Fundos has defended its film as legitimate freedom of expression in the face of anger from religious groups. I must say, people are a bunch of whiny, don't you think? Like, okay, I can understand it may be offensive to some people, but it's just a movie. It's just a movie. Who cares? What does it matter if someone makes fun of Jesus Christ? I mean, I love a show called Preacher. It just recently ended in 2019, and that show depicts Jesus Christ as a literal brain-dead person, right? It portrays him terribly. But I've never heard anyone complain about that. I'd say portraying Jesus as a brain-dead imbecile is probably much worse than portraying him as a homosexual, but for some reason, for fanatical religious people, portraying Jesus Christ as a gay man is somehow worse than portraying him as a bumbling idiot. What would you rather be? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you rather be a bumbling idiot who can barely speak, who can't even say anything, or would you rather be a homosexual? I'm sure all you reasonable people out there are going to say that you would rather be the bumbling idiot. I'm sure. Ha ha ha. For real though, it's insanity that they're going to ban a film because of this. I'm honestly flabbergasted. And our next bit of normie news is an update on Iran. Now, the last time we left off, Iran and the US, tensions were at a very big high. Trump had just had a very notable Iranian figure killed, Soleimani. If you want to know more about that, I suggest you watch my previous video. Anyway, since we last spoke about this story, things escalated way beyond what was already going on, with Iran actually launching missiles towards some bases in Iraq where US troops were stationed. Fortunately, no one was harmed, no one was killed. It seems mainly to be some sort of posturing move by the Iranians to save face. But the world was kind of exploding at that point, with everyone up in arms about, oh my god, World War III is on the way. Oh my god, we were about to be in another endless war, and it really did look like devastation was about to come, because if US troops had been killed, there would probably have been no doubt in anyone's mind that Trump and the US would have retaliated with a lot of force. Fortunately though, no one was actually harmed, and it never came to that. And then just yesterday we saw Trump give a statement to the US saying that it appears Iran has stood down and they have finally exacted their revenge. So at this point, it does look like things have completely started to de-escalate. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of tension still between the US and Iran to try and get some sort of new nuclear deal in place to try and stop Iran getting nuclear weapons and all the rest of that. To me, anyway, it doesn't look like we're on the verge of war anymore. Whereas just the other night, I was looking at my Twitter, I was watching it in real time as these missiles had been launched, as we didn't know if anyone had been killed or not, and everyone was just convinced that war was about to start. And it's honestly, it's really, really great, and it's amazing to know that nothing seems to be coming from this. I mean, by the time I post this video, for all I know, there's going to be another update, a new update, and oh my god, Iran's doing something else, or the US is retaliating again, and maybe it'll all escalate again. But currently, it does look like things have died down. Keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully things will be peaceful and okay. Now, obviously, there is more to this story. For example, there was the whole thing with a passenger jet that came crashing down, and people are theorizing whether or not Iran had anything to do with that, or if it was an engine fault. But I'm not going to talk about that today. This is Normie News, and Normies don't talk about theories, folks. Normies talk about news. And our final piece of Normie News today, folks, concerns the royal family from Great Britain. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have announced that they are stepping down from their royal roles. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been accused of wanting to have their cake and eat it after providing details of what their financial arrangements will be as they step back from their positions as senior royals. Harry and Meghan's announcement took many by surprise, with reports suggesting that the Queen herself was disappointed and had not been consulted about their decision. On a new Sussex royal website, the couple say they are planning to become financially independent as they value the ability to earn professional income, something they are not currently allowed to do. Although this means they will no longer be able to use the sovereign grant, which funds 5% of their costs, they will still be able to receive income allocated by the Prince of Wales through his private Duchy of Cornwall estate. The couple also plan on continuing to live at Frogmore Cottage, a 4-bedroom property on the grounds of Windsor Castle, where a controversial £2.4 million refurbishment at taxpayers' expense was just completed just 9 months ago. So, Harry and Meghan. I actually don't care. Personally, I don't care. I mean, let me know what you think about this in those comments down below, but I don't care. What were they doing? I mean, I'm honestly, I have no clue what they were doing. I don't know what their duties were. I honestly don't care enough to look into what their duties were. Okay, they're stepping down. I mean, I do agree that there is something controversial about that whole funding their little cottage home and then stepping back from that. Whatever. This is Normie News, folks, and on Normie News, we really should not bash the royal family, so I will say no more. And that is where I'm going to end today's video. Yes, today's video has been a little bit different. I've had a little bit of a different energy going on here. I'm sure you can tell I've been maybe a bit more, what's the word, facetious than usual. Don't worry if you didn't enjoy it, because this will not be the recurring format from here on. There was just a bunch of little pieces of Normie News, as I'm calling it, and I just wanted to throw them all in a single video today, just to get those little bits of news over and done with. My next video will surely be back to the regular format, the regular sort of content that you expect on this channel. We will talk more about some pointless YouTube drama, we will talk about more internet news, and we will cover one normie subject, rather than having 5 pieces of normie news. But honestly, the only thing I even had for today for internet related news was Tana Mongeau being banned from TikTok. And does anyone really care? Who cares that Tana was banned from TikTok? Because I certainly don't. And I don't feel good about covering that. So as always, everyone, please check out my links in the description down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. And let me know what you think about anything that I've talked about in today's video in those comments down below. And until next time, my name is Rag Reynolds. And this was Medium Rare. Normie News Edition. Hello and welcome back to Medium Rare. My name is Rag Reynolds, and today we have for you what I'm going to be calling Normie News. That's right, Normie News. because we have 5 stories. That's right, 5 stories. I've never talked about 5 stories in a video before, but today we have 5 stories, and all of them are kind of mainstream stories. They're all about the real world. They're all about things that have nothing to do with YouTube and internet drama. So, yes, sit back and enjoy some normie news. It would help if I had used a microphone. Good job, me.